Hello everybody, I'm John Hindorf, welcoming you to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, where drivers and teams have headed north of the border for rounds 9 and 10 of the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin. Alongside me in the IMSA broadcast booth is Shea Adam. Before we get to today's racing action, let's take a look back at rounds 7 and 8, and they took place at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course.
And an absolutely great scene to see for the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup. This course might have been designed for Mazda racing.
The green flag is in the air. Let the battles commence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the track. Over the top, good crowd here for the big weekend of IMSA racing. The white and blue car scrapping over second, but there's only one winner, and it's McCumbee McAleer Racing's Jeremy Fletcher.
Great 2x2 start. Off goes Gresham Wagner. A bit of hip and shoulder when required. Well, that was racecraft, and it is Goulart who takes it.
As we come into this weekend, there's only 6 rounds remaining in the 2025 season. The battle for the championship is still anyone's to win or lose. Last year at CTMP, Nathan Nicholson had finishes of 21st and 17th. The tables have turned somewhat in his favour this year. Currently, he's the championship points leader. Chasing him hard is Jeremy Fletcher, who nearly claimed victory here last season before a 10-second penalty knocked him back. He's here again, on the charge, ready to redeem himself from 1 year ago. Tyler Gonzalez has won 4 times already this year, sitting just off the top of the championship. He is itching to break through and make this weekend the start of his victory run. Last year's winners looking for redemption, rookies making moves, the championship fight tighter than ever. Let's get to the start of round 9. When this circuit was conceived at the end of the 1950s and built in the 1960s, MX-5s were not yet created. Although in some ways they hark back to sports cars, particularly British sports cars of the mid-60s era, pared down, really back to basics, motor racing and driving on the roads. This circuit certainly reflects that. It's old school in the best possible way. 10 corners, 3.9k or 2.459 miles. Action areas, well, turn 5 and turn 8, yes, for most places, Moss Corner and heading into the S's. For Mazda MX-5, action areas are everywhere. Take a deep breath as the clock is set to 45 minutes. A little bit of bumping coming out of White's corner. The green flag is in the air. The clock starts now as they cross the stripe here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. The inside row is the pole sitting row. They're still 2 wide and about 25 deep as they go across the line. 25 being the whole field was the point I was trying to make. Through turn 2 now. Oh, big sideways moment at the front of the field. Just about holding on to it. That was tremendous stuff for, who's that, Helio Meza, I think, who was coming through as well. But the pole sitter, having made a good start, Shea Adam, is down to 4th position. Nate Cicero bullied out of it and now has 3 cars ahead of him.
Nate Cicero with his 5th pole position of the year, still looking to capitalize as we have not yet had a winner from pole. And Helio Meza, bold move around the outside for the driver, the number 27, a rookie, clearly showing a little bit of strength as he has Alessandro racing on the side of his car this weekend, trying to bring a little bit of his winning luck from south of the border up here to Canada. Let's see if maybe we can make that happen for the BSI Racing drivers.
It's down towards turn 8 for the first time. Meza in the blue car holds on to the lead. That looks like the gold number 50 of Grant West, who didn't qualify at all well for Spark, but fucked. Excuse me, Glenn McGree, yes. My apologies, Shea. He was smoking a little bit in the number 69 car. Comes through, and that car is dropping back. It only takes one bad weekend in Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup, and we saw that, didn't we? One bad race even sometimes, because finishing in the gravel at the end of Mid-Ohio changed the championship lead coming into this weekend.
It it did for Jeremy Fletcher. If he would have just hung on, and trust me, I've had that conversation with him several times this weekend, he would have had a substantial championship lead, and he knows that. He's very upset with himself, but Tyler Gonzalez is upset with himself as he just drives off the outside of the track going through turn 3, manages to get it back on, but he's lost about 7 positions. Jeremy Fletcher aware that his little mistake has meant that he's 20 points behind Nathan Nicholson in this championship hunt. But they have a bit of a gap to Jared Thomas. And let's do a Jared Thomas breaking news update. In 2 laps, Jared Thomas has gained 9 positions. We'll continue this report as the race goes along and bring you more news as it continues to unfold.
And you were spot on. Jared Thomas did reset the fastest lap of the race, 433.118. He's dragging Bryce Cornet and Ethan Gillard and Marcello Panizia with him. In fact, everybody behind Jared Thomas, the next, 7 cars, all setting their best laps of the race last time around. Now there's a little bit of attack there, just a moment or 2 ago, and the Rafa Racing team by MMR Gresham Wagner car in 6th position, just got a little bit sideways, lost a couple of places. Western Workman coming through being one of them, so that'll be a slight reset. Big dusty moment on the Mario Andretti straight. I think that's a puncture. He pulled out the line. It's either a puncture or a problem for Mazda number 22 and Jeremy Fletcher. But that car was not happy. He did everybody else behind him a solid by pulling off onto the grassed area. He's coming into the pit lane, but all 4 Michelin tyres have got air in them, Shay. So this is a mechanical of some issue. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide across the start-finish line, and all of a sudden, at half distance exactly, it's starting to get a bit fractious in that mid-pack shape.
Sorry about that, John. There was just a huge moment as Jared Thomas went around Nathan Nicholson, and Nathan, who didn't see Gresham Wagner then, was attempted to be passed by Gresham. Gresham got the slightest little hip check, and it turned him sideways coming on the start-finish line as all these other cars with more momentum coming out of 10 started going on either side of Gresham, and it was going, please don't pinball into every other car around you. It was a very sketchy moment as Nicholson actually got a bit of help there from Gresham Wagner, and then Gresham responded. He went into Bryce Cornier, and hello to Bryce Cornier's watch party back in Mazda in Norman, Oklahoma. I know he's got a big group of fans there watching out as he's definitely showing the bumper. Bryce is trying to put on a show for you guys back home. Certainly when you push the bounds of track limits, as Bobby Gossett did there, track limits this weekend for the exit of Turn 1 have been extended, as now Justin Adiconis is off the side of the track on the Mario Andretti straight.
Wow.
And he has his driver's side door open. He'll go no further, John.
Yeah, there's a full course yellow. The Whelen Mazda safety car come out. That car looks down on the driver's side. He might have just parked it off the grass on one side. Now he was battling at the sharp end of the field not so very long ago in that leading group. So was there a little puff of smoke from Adiconis' car on the downshift going up into Moss Corner? There were 2. That is very suspicious. Great work by the recovery team. They've lifted the front wheels. The rear wheels are turning on the number 23 Michelin Racing Mazda MX-5. So it wasn't a locked transmission. Very odd indeed. Tyler Gonzalez now, having had a little while to chill out, stretch his hands out. Somebody into the pit lane from the middle of the pack, so they've got a problem as well, and that was certainly somewhere around about the top 10. It was Bobby Gossett Jr. So has he, I don't see that he's got a drive through, so maybe that contact caused him some problems as well. So he falls down the order. Not great from the company Michelin Racing then. 68's gone off. Now that is the Steve Webber driven Sally Mott lookalike car. Well, no, that is the Sally Mott spare car. And that, I think, is going to be another full course yellow. Oh dear, that was a big off. Much bigger than I'd realised, actually. Unabated speed through the top of the hill at Quebec Corner. And the good news is Steve's all right. AMR safety crew there. He's trying, I think in vain, to get the car out of gear or into reverse. No, he's given up. He's going to get out of the car. The safety car lights are out. It's a flat toe for the number 68 Sally Mott racing car, loaned to Steve Webber this weekend. Now we can't get excited. So here's how they stand. Tyler Gonzalez, BSI Racing. Helio Meza in the dark blue and white car in second, BSI Racing. JTR's Jared Thomas in the Chevron classic red and white colours. Then Gresham Wagner in the white car with the red wing tops. The black and yellow is Nathan Nicholson. That's your top four. The Pac-Man is up into 6th position ahead of Western Workman. We've restarted. They're broken out into 2x2 further back, but the leading group are still nose to tail.
Yeah, Marcelo's definitely showing that he belongs on this grid, whether it's more races this year or a full season campaign next year for Rookie of the Year. Marcelo is a name that we're going to be reckoning with a lot because Pac-Man clearly has some superpowers in these cars.
And second best of the rookies by some margin. Helio Meza in second is the best of the rookies, but the next rookie pairing is Ethan Guillard and Noah Harmon, and they're in 11th and 12th. I mean, they're not a million miles away. Second Motorsport Group teammate to Marcello in 6th, but they're going to have to pass some cars, and now it's side by side. Nathan Nicholson and Gresham Wagner. Wagner to the inside will have the advantage as they come through the final corner, and he blocks 2 drivers right to make sure Nathan can't go down the inside. Jared Thomas has dropped back from 3rd to, I think, 5th position as they go across the line. Yes, confirmed. One final lap, 2.459 miles, just under 4 kilometres, and the leading pair at the moment are doing exactly the right thing. They're on the optimum racing line. There's no battling right now, but here come the pack. Gresham Wagner is leading 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars, and they're nearly back together, but nearly is not back together, Shay, and Nathan Nicholson out of line there. That's not going to help those guys draft back up to the leading pair.
No, it's not, but we've seen this sort of car body language from Gresham Wagner before. He wants this win. He charged up through Jared Thomas and Nathan Nicholson. Very demanding body language where the car was saying, I'm going here, you can hit me and we can both wreck, or you can let me through. Very aggressive and decisive driving from Gresham, and now he is fully in the draft from the 2 BSI cars ahead of him. He's going to make his move going into 8th. The question is whether he'll be close enough to actually make it stick. And the other question, is Helio Meza going to be happy settling for 2nd? Is Tyler Gonzalez going to get win number 5, or is Helio going to pull out and go for his first win?
2 BSI cars. The red car leads the blue car. I've heard that somewhere before. Bit of a sideways motion from Helio Meza. I don't think he's got it, but who's going to be 3rd? Big dive from Jared Thomas late on. It's going to be the BSI twins who take it, and the red car beats the blue car. It's Tyler Gonzalez taking his 5th of the year from Helio Meza in 2nd. He's the best of the rookies. Gresham Wagner holds on to 3rd, and more importantly for the championship, for Nathan Nicholson, the Advanced Autosports car comes home in 4th position. He didn't need to get involved in any argy-bargy at the end there. That was smart racing. Wow, Tyler Gonzalez surviving a late 2-lap dash to the checkered flag to win his 5th race of the season. Let's get down to victory lane and hear from the winner.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. First time racing MX-5 Cup here at CTMP. Can't thank the fans enough, man. These guys, they're loud, that's for sure. We love it, but I just can't thank BSI Racing enough. They gave me a great car out there. My mechanic marked it up, worked all night till 3:30 to set it up. And it shows, man, that MX-5 Cup car was on rails. We had the speed, and can't thank my teammate enough, Helio. We ran a great race together. Unfortunately, those yellows at the end brought the rest of the pack closer to us, so we weren't able to battle it out at the end. But all said and done, can't be too upset about it. Good day for points, good day for a win.
Well done, Tyler Gonzalez and the entire BSI Racing team. Another close finish in the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup. Let's find out what to expect in race 2.
When the calendar was released for the 2025 season, many of our competitors put a big circle around the Canadian round, and round number 1 of the weekend certainly did not disappoint. Nate Cicero came home with his 5th pole position of the year and was eager to try and prove that curse of the pole sitter did not exist. Unfortunately, it still does, and Tyler Gonzalez was the car who brought it home in first. He had his teammate Helio Meza right behind him playing tail gunner, one of the MMR cars managing to sneak onto the podium in the form of Rafa Racing's Gresham Wagner. But it was a lot of chaos behind, a lot of people feeling like there's a bit more to come, and with rain in the forecast for race number 2, I can't wait to see what the green flag delivers.
To take a quick look at the unofficial Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup point standings after the first race of the weekend, and it's Nathan Nicholson who continues to lead the championship standings, his 4th place finish in round 9, enough to keep him at the top. Double MX-5 Cup champion Jared Thomas seems to be hitting his stride right now, 160 points back from Nicholson, and with his 5th win of the season, Tyler Gonzalez jumps up 1 spot into 3rd, while Jeremy Fletcher and rookie Noah Harmon round out the top 5. For rounds 11 and 12 of the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin, we'll be off to Virginia International Raceway on August the 23rd and 24th. My name's John Hindorf. See you at the track.